Good evening and welcome back to Greg Mitchell Field. You're with us for football. It's time now for soccer on this homecoming as the Missouri Valley College women take on the Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene University. The Viking women, if they win 2 of their next 3, pretty much assure themselves of a second place in the conference, and if they would happen to win all 3, would have a chance at the conference title. But that's a big if, and there's a lot of games left to be played for the Vikings and the Pioneers as well. So it should be an interesting match tonight. Glad to have you with us on livestream.com as the Vikings of Drew Hawkins take on Skelly Keller's Pioneers out of Olathe. The Pioneer football team lost this afternoon 45-40 at Benedictine, while the Viking football team came from behind to defeat Evangel 31-14 here at Greg Mitchell Field. The Pioneers in the dark blue jerseys, white numerals, the red trunks, and the Vikings in their white as the sun starts to set behind us here in Marshall, Missouri. Cool day. Breeze has picked up just a little bit this afternoon. We'll have both matches for you, and I know some of you are tuning in, rooting for the Pioneers. We're certainly glad to have you. I'm Ken Quiala, James O'Sullivan alongside, and James will have the second half. But we're underway, and James, this is going to be an important couple matches, as I mentioned, coming up for the Vikings.
It will be, and it's a key match as the Vikings are coming off of a couple ties the past few games, so see if they can get an early goal and hang on to it this time.
Yeah, you talk about early ties. We were here, well, a week ago. Graceland was here, and the women tied at 1. And then on Tuesday night, I believe we were here, against Oklahoma Wesleyan, and it was a 3-3 tie. So let's see what Valley can do tonight. Now, Valley will be without one of their starters, Haley Ennis. Haley hurt her knee. She'll have a MRI on Monday to find out exactly what. We think it may be a sprained meniscus, but we'll have to find out. However, Brianna Kenworthy is in the lineup tonight for the Vikings. The Vikings go in goal with Arana Sanchez, while Brianna Otto is in goal for the Pioneers. Ball knocked away by one of the Pioneers. That's Kelly Reed. As we are just underway on a cool evening in Marshall. Clammers has it for the Vikings. She'll send it in, but it'll be handled by Otto. Here are the starters for the Vikings. Kendra Clammers, along with Lucia Martin, Belen Lafuentes, Laez Puzzini, Kelsey Heeb, Brianne Kenworthy, as I mentioned, Andrea Garcia, Danielle Panuna is in the starting lineup. Here's a pass down for the Pioneers, and they'll send it in, but the Vikings able to take care of that. Now they send it back to Sanchez. And Riley Kerr, who James pointed out in our last webcast, has done a real good job offensively. For the Pioneers, as you watch the play, in goals, I mentioned Brianna Otto, Kaylin Paff, Elisa Marquis in the starting lineup, Kelly Reed, mentioned her name, Becca Nye, Ashley Peter, Karen Quinn, Sarah Schmidt, Misty Olson, Ashley Hamilton, and Malika Mikhailovich in the starting lineup. Vikings, Riley Kerr has it, sends it back to the middle. We're just underway. We'll have a couple of matches for you tonight as Kelsey Heeb sends it in far side for the Vikings. Just underway. One goes behind the goal. It's going to be picked up by Otto. Coming into this game, we'll check the conference standings. Avila 3-0-1, Mid-America Nazarene 2-0-1, and Valley 2-1-1. So that's how important this is. Benedictine 2-2, Baker 1-1-2, Graceland 0-1-3, Culver 1-3, and Central Methodist 0-3-1. As play continues in the Pioneer end of the field. Then the Vikings send it back to Plowman to try to set it up. Now off to the right side. LaFuentes. Off to Riley Kerr. Nice move by Kerr. Sends it in from the right side and overshoots Brianne Kenworthy.
Yeah, nice little move there by Kerr, and then good cross trying to get to Kenworthy, just out of her reach.
Kenworthy, as I mentioned, when she wasn't in the game the other day, she has 12 points. She has 6 goals to lead this squad. Next in line is Haley Ennis with 5. So Kenworthy's in, Ennis is out. Still lose one of your top goal scorers, at least for tonight. Baker will be here Tuesday night, right?
I believe
we're going to have more soccer for you on Tuesday night as Baker will be here. On the far side.
It looks like that will also be senior night on Tuesday.
Okay, that's why I'm doing that's a senior night for the Vikes. And they have a couple of good seniors. We'll talk about where some of these young ladies are from as we go along today. Here's Riley Kerr. Kerr off to LaFuentes. Now she's tripped by Kelly Reed, and the ball belongs to the Vikings. Puzzini will set it down about midfield. No score. We're just underway in this first of 2 tonight from Greg Mitchell. Light's just starting to take effect as this one is sent in. Good defense by the Pioneers. Sends another one in, headed back. Now to Garcia. Vikings have it on the far side. That's Hebe. Gets it to Garcia. She hits the turf. And there's a fight for it, and Hebe slides in, sends it toward the goal, but then it's knocked away by the Pioneers.
As Hebe came up from her defensive position, got a little bit of a give and go from Garcia, and a few nice moves to get that down there.
Headed by Garcia. Vikings have it. Garcia tried to send one in. Now they'll bring it back out toward the middle and try to set it up. Wheel the Vikings on their right side. It's Riley Kerr. Being defended nicely there, and it'll go out. It'll be Viking possession. Comes the throw in. Headed back toward the middle, but the Pioneers are able to defend against that. Back it goes to Hebe.
As the Vikings have had most of the possession early on tonight, and they pretty much own the whole possession game on Tuesday night.
Right. But again, that ended in a, what was that, 3-3 tie?
No, that was only the 1-1.
1-1. It was 1-1 against
I think it was both 1-1.
Both 1-1.
Men's game against Graceland was a 3-3.
And in that first game, or in the game the other night, both goals were scored just in a very short period of time.
And of course, Haley Ennis had that goal for the Vikings, so losing her is a big loss.
37 minutes left in the first half. A scoreless contest. Clammers at midfield. Can't control it. LaFuentes does. And there's a ball's going to belong to the Pioneers. In goal again for the Pioneers, I mentioned is Brianna Otto. She is out of Phoenix, Arizona, went to Paradise Valley Community College.
And Otto is the reigning Defensive Player of the Week in the Heart of America Athletic Conference. So she's playing some good soccer in that net for the Pioneers lately.
For the Sanchez has started 11 of the 13 games, has given up 15 goals. For the Vikings, have a corner kick coming here for the Pioneers. First one we've seen tonight. No score. Down to about the 36-minute mark of this first half. Sends it in, headed away by Valley. Good job defensively. Tracking it down is Kaylin Paff. She'll send it back in. Headed away again by the Viking defenders. Ball is loose in the middle of the field. And it'll go back to Sanchez, and she will handle it as Marquis tried to send it in with her left foot. But it comes away to Sanchez. She'll send it to midfield. Garcia now on the left side, 1-on-4. She'll stop, wait for her teammate, send it in, trying to get it to Riley Kerr, sends it across the front of the goal, and it'll go out. Riley Kerr coming in from the right side. So possession to the Pioneers. They'll almost whiffed on one. Garcia blocks that. And it comes all the way to midfield. The Vikings will take possession there. No, they're going to say it belongs to the Pioneers. I mentioned Mid-America Nazarene today, and then Baker on Tuesday, and then the Vikings will wrap up their regular season next Saturday at Culver Stockton in Canton. Well, they need to get a couple of wins to move to improve their position in the conference standings. On the left side, it's Hebe. Now taken away by one of the Pioneers. They will control it around midfield and send it in. And hustling after it, but not able to get there, Kaylin Paff. And the Vikings get it back to Sanchez. Small crowd right now, probably will build up as we go through the evening. That's usually the case. Now Garcia brings it on the left side. She looks for Kerr, tries to send it over to her. Now gives it off to Kenworthy. But sent out by Otto. Tried to get in the middle of Kenworthy. Couldn't do it. Clammers now gives chase. And the Vikings have possession right at midfield. As they move left to right, they'll send this one in. Nobody there, so here come the Pioneers. Pass intended for Marquis, missed. But the Pioneers still control it in their own end. That's Kelly Reed with possession, sends it all the way back and into the Viking end. Off to Plowman, and Plowman sends it back to Sanchez. She was trying to kick it out of there, kicked it right off the side of her foot. So Marquis with a throw in for the Pioneers. Gets it right back, sends one in, and it's out in front. Ooh, Vikings kind of dangerous there, as for a moment no one was with that young lady, and she almost knocked it in.
It seemed like the Vikings were letting it go by them so they didn't knock it in their own goal, and almost gave it right to a Pioneer.
Yeah, Misty Olson was right there. You're right. They didn't want to touch it. And I don't know if they saw Misty Olson or not, but she had an opportunity to get to that. Misty Olson now battles for possession along with Clammers, and it'll be Viking possession. We're at the 32-minute mark of the first half. Throw in by Valley. Trying to get it to Kenworthy. Now sent back out. No, Clammer's going to keep it in. Kendra now loses it. Gets it back as Marquis fights for possession for the Pioneers. Knocked away by Kara Quinn. And out of bounds and out of play on the far side behind the visitors' bleachers. Vikings again on the attack, trying to get it to Riley Kerr, but it was knocked away before she could come back to the middle. The other games tonight, Culver Stockton's at Benedictine. They started at 5. CMU at Graceland at 5:30. Avila's at Baker at 6. And, of course, this matchup tonight. Vikings with possession around midfield. Really haven't had many stoppages in play, have we, in this first half? Just kind of rolled right along through the first 15 minutes.
Haven't had many chances on goal either.
No, there hasn't been much happening in the first 15 minutes of this one. Now Clammers with it. Clammers brings it up left side, tries to use her speed. Good defense, knocked away, so she will send it back, and now they're going to roll possession to the Pioneers. Again, they come in with a record of 11-1-3 overall, 2-0-2 in conference play. Valley 9-3-3 overall, 2-1-1 in the conference. One comes back to Sanchez. Trying to get to that was Kaylin Paff. She had to stay on side and so could run that one down. Here's Sanchez. She gets it to midfield where it's headed away by Sarah Schmidt. Schmidt gives it off to Mikhailovich. Vikings up to Riley Kerr. Kerr now will try to bring it up the right side. Trying to get something going for Valley. And watch this one go out right about midfield. Quick throw in by the Pioneers, and they want to go on the attack. Good move by Paff. Sends it left side. Here comes Paff. The defender got there in time, and that was Plowman. Paff got around her gal, but Plowman came over to help out and send it out of play.
Yeah, great play there by by Plowman just to come from her defensive back. Spot eyeing everybody and take that play away.
All right, here's the corner kick. Second one we've seen, and this one sails in. It goes by the front of the goal and out on the right side.
And it looks like it's going to be another corner on that far side this time.
And so they will go to the other side for that. And let's see. Over there on the far side is Kelly Reed. Will Claggett's going to run a camera for us for a while, huh? Here's the left-footed kick, and it hits the side of the net.
He's got a little bit of experience doing that, so.
Well, it's alumni. It's homecoming. The alumni are here, and they should work.
I see Drew's down there. We could go get him to.
Huh? So we'll put Will Claggett to work.
And Drew Muller's down in the stands. We'll go get him.
Muller's down here. Kendra's here. They can work.
Scotty was here.
Scotty was here for a while. He can work. MidAm try to get something going. Riley Kerr knocks it away, sends it to midfield. Now the Pioneers will take over there. Kelly Reed. Reed gives it back to Becca Nye. Send it to the far side, knocked away by Hebe. Clammers takes it away. Good job by Clammers in the middle. She'll send it to the right side. And Hebe, or rather, excuse me, that is Lafuentes racing in on the right side, number 5. Tried to get it to Garcia, but goes out behind on the right. 28 minutes to go, first half, no score. Big match, number 2 against number 3 in the conference. Men's match should be good as well.
I believe that's also number 2 against number 3 in conference, and that's also top 25.
Vikings
matchup as
were
well.
number 8 in the latest poll, and they knocked off number 4, Oklahoma Wesleyan, last Tuesday night right here. Here's a shot blocked. Blocked out front by Brianna Fitzgerald.
Yes, you would think the men's team will move up from that 8, especially if they can knock off number 17 tonight. Have 2 wins against top 25 in the same week.
Yeah, that would be big. Light starting to take effect as the sun sets behind us. Mid-America Nazarene with possession. Bring up their right side. They'll send it in. And they've got 2 gals there, but it's knocked away by Lafuentes. Now quickly to Riley Kerr. She races up the right side. Riley sends it in for Garcia. Knocked away, but it'll be Viking possession in midfield. With 27 minutes to go. Really pretty clean first half. As both teams have had a few opportunities, but nothing real significant. Lafuentes with the throw in. And Riley Kerr sent it to the middle for Garcia, not there. Or rather for Kenworthy. Garcia on the right side. And there's Professor Dave Roberts. He's everywhere. Taking some pictures. LaFuentes will toss it in to Garcia. Sends it back. Now they try to get it into Kenworthy. Clammers. Tried to drill it through a couple of the defenders. Ooh. And there was a shot that was taken by Martin right into one of the Pioneers. Vikings still keep it in that Pioneer end. Now this one sails right over the head of Garcia. She almost wanted to reach up and grab that. Thought better of it. 26 minutes to go, first half, no score. Homecoming night, big weekend, festivities. Coming to a close tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get to have the bonfire and pep rally last night because of rainy conditions. Send it in. And the Viking defenders will send it back to midfield. Clammers had it for a moment. Now they send it in on the left side. Giving chase is Kara Quinn. Ball is loose, but picked up by Otto. So Otto will slow down the pace here with 25 minutes to go in the half. Get it to midfield. Vikings playing some pretty good defense. Martin with a header. Get into Garcia. Garcia working against Kara Quinn. Garcia still with the ball on her foot. Back out to Clammers. Clammers about 40 yards out. Tries to send it in, but hits one of the defenders right in the back. Now ahead it comes to Paff. Paff, one-on-one. Can't get by the Viking defense. And it goes out. And it'll be Pioneer possession. The throw in from Kelly Reed. Reed will throw it in. LaFuentes is back there, and she'll send it out right in front of the Pioneer bench on this cool, rather breezy evening in Marshall. Everyone bundled up. We're okay here. Have a little space heater going. Inside, out of the wind. By the time that second game gets over, it'll be rather chilly, though.
Possibly rather late as well.
Yeah, I think it depends on how this one. So far, this one's running quite smoothly. Here's Garcia in the middle. Gives it off to Riley Kerr. Back to the middle. It's knocked away by the Pioneers. We're down to 23 minutes in the first half. They'll get it up to Sarah Schmidt. To Marquis. And up the left side. Controlled by Paff. Paff still in her own end. Gives it off to Reed, who sends it in. Well, the Viking defenders are there. Clammers has it sends it to midfield to Riley. Riley Kerr. Now they try to get it to Garcia. Knocked away from her. Well, here comes Hebe. Off to Kenworthy. Brianna's been bothered by some injuries this year. Leading goal scorer with 6. Vikings try to draw first. Here's a shot on goal, but Otto is there to handle it. Taken from about 25 yards out.
That's really the first real opportunity either side's had.
And that
we're
was
halfway
kind of
through
shot. Yeah. Good point. Now Garcia tries to get control. Kenworthy battling for possession along with Ashley Peter. And they'll send it all the way in. Vikings are back. Another pesky Paff is trying to get control of that. But the Viking defenders are back. Into Garcia. Trying to get it ahead to Riley Kerr. And there's Brianna Kenworthy. Kenworthy back to Garcia. Tries to get it back to Kenworthy on the right side. Good footwork. Back to Garcia. She'll send one in, and it's wide right. Pretty good footwork by Kenworthy. Got it to Garcia. Got a good foot on it, but sent it wide right.
Yeah, it seems like after the first part of this half just playing the possession game. Now they're possession game, but they're also getting opportunities off of it.
And let's see who's checking in. Looks like Emmy Farr is coming in. And who else checked in? Somebody else checked in for the Pioneers. We'll check and see if we can catch that other number as well. But Farr is in. As Otto sends it in. Now the Vikings, Garcia knocks it away, but we'll come back to Otto. She comes out of goal to take care of that. She'll let it fly, gets it to about midfield where Clammers heads it back into the Pioneer zone. Riley Kerr thought she had possession, could not. Marquis has it on the left side and sends it up that left side. Now Paff sends it down. Now it's going to be knocked out, I believe, by Paff. So, with 20 minutes to go in a fast-moving first half, no goals in this one yet.
The Pioneers are trying to just clear that one off towards the sideline. One off the side of the leg and almost gives the Vikings a corner, just a deep throw in.
Here's a throw in. Now La Fuentes will send it in, and Otto comes out of goal and takes care of that one. Some of the men's soccer players down below us, they'll be taking off at about half to get ready for their match. See, Josh Wells just showed up. He is the goalie for this club. He's done a nice job. Kenworthy, midfield. Gives it over to Martine. Now back to La Fuentes. And she can't control it. So sending it up the left side, it will stay in. I thought for a moment that'd go out. Now it is knocked out by Danielle Panuna. So possession to the Pioneers at the 19-minute mark of the first half. And the throw in coming from Kelly Reed, knocked away from her. Another throw in coming from Reed. And this one sends into the Pioneer bench. We'll do the same thing again. Did I say that before? Kelly Reed with the throw in? About 3 times in a row here. Off to Paff. Paff trades it to the middle. Viking defenders are there. They'll clear that one out of there, but Pioneers able to hold it in. Now about 30 yards out on the right side. They'll send it into the corner, same side, and that's going to go out. Drew Hawkins pacing in front of the bench. It's homecoming. We had a busy day. The Hall of Fame brunch today. We just 2 moments, about an hour ago, finished broadcasting a football game, and here we are with a doubleheader soccer match. Sanchez sends it in. Knocked away immediately by Marquis. Ooh, someone took a face to the foot to the face, I believe, and that was very unintentional. But Martine was going for that ball, and she might kick that young lady right in the face. Again, it was unintentional. And that Paff, let's see who that was that took that shot. It is, I think it was
Mikhailovic.
Yeah, Mikhailovic. So possession for the Pioneers. 17:38 to go. They have it about 35 yards out. They'll send it in. Headed away by the Vikings. Good job. Now Riley Kerr trying to use her speed to bring it up the right side. Good move. Get by one defender. Now sends it to midfield to Garcia. When the Pioneers are back, Clammers can't control it. It's taken away from her, and they'll work the right side. Send it off to Heeb. She knocks it away, but the Pioneers maintain possession on that far side of the field. That's knocked out by Valley. So, a corner kick. for the Pioneers.
Pioneers have quite a few of these. I just haven't really had anything develop out of them.
Yeah, really haven't done much with them to this point. Here's Kelly Reed, left footer. And she'll send it in front. Knocked away, ball loose. A shot that's blocked, another shot that's blocked. Ball still loose. That one was close. It was blocked. Whew. Vikings couldn't get it out of there. I know that third shot, James, was close to going in. I don't know who the defender was over there that helped Sanchez out.
Yeah, they just held their spot on that near post, and they were able to get to it.
Now Marquis.
Then there was a couple shot blocked at the top of the box as well on that.
Here's a shot taken by Kelly Reed, but handled by Sanchez. We're down to the 15:40 mark of the first half, no score. And this one is sent high to about midfield. Kenworthy. Brings it off to Riley Kerr. Now out front to Martine. Back to Kenworthy. Kenworthy was possession. Sends it into the left side. Battled for it. And here's the send one out in front. Tried to get to Riley Kerr. There's a score. It went by Riley Kerr, and then the Vikings able to knock it in. And we'll see who that was. I
Possibly,
believe, was it Heeb?
Possibly Heeb.
I think it was Heeb. Heeb came in from the left side. They were trying to get it to Riley Kerr, and then Heeb snuck in from the left side while they were watching Kenworthy, and she fired it high and got it through. Good job by Heeb.
You said trying to get to Kerr, but that guy got deflected away and back towards Heeb, so she just fired it from the top of the box.
And nailed it.
And Heeb's a defender, so she's coming up on that play and just ended up finding it on her foot.
Let's see Heeb.
That's her
first goal. She has one assist. But her first goal of the year. And Valley has a 1-0 lead. Paff. Left side. Being watched there. Tries to split a double team. She'll center one. But the Viking defenders are there. Down to the 14-minute mark of the half. 1-0. Off to Becca Nye. Nye sent it to the far side.
You're not going to expect Heed to get many points. You just expect her to play that solid defense on that right wing, and that's exactly what she does every night.
With it for the Pioneers, that was Emmy Farr. Where's number 8? Vikings with a lead. Oh, boy, and there's a shove on.
They're keeping the
Kendra
possession
Clammers.
now.
Kendra hit the deck.
That would have been a foul on the Pioneers, but since the Vikings kept possession, the referee just had play on.
Kendra Clammers is from St. Charles here. They tried to get it off the foot of Riley Kerr. Sent out. Paff with it, possession. Now it goes out. 13 minutes to go in the half. 1-0. Vikings with the lead here in the first half. A night of soccer for you from Greg Mitchell. Plowman comes up to midfield to head that one. Now Riley Kerr on the right side. Nice footwork. Sends it in to the middle. Now they'll swing it back out, trying to get it to La Fuente. She can't come up with it. And Marquis goes the other way. Marquis to the middle. Dribbling with the ball. Sends it off to the right side. Pioneers down by a goal. Try to get it back to the middle. Marquis can't do that. But it's kept in by Ashley Peter. Now Clammers sends it back to one of her defensemen. Back to the middle. Nice job by the Vikings. Now they may have something going here to try to send it in to Garcia, but good defense by the Pioneers. They close on that one. 11:56 to go here in the first half. Come the Vikings. Kenworthy has it on the left side. Sends it back to the middle, and that's going to go send into the left side of the net where Otto takes care of it. One 0 Vikings with the lead. Madison Dean is in for the Vikings.
It looks like Kenworthy's coming off.
Kenworthy is going to come out. Brianna, again, has had some injuries this year. She's out of St. Charles. And Madison Dean from Eureka, Missouri, also in the St. Louis area.
It's not surprised with the injuries of Kenworthy gets to keep her minutes low and get her a rest every once in a while.
And remember, Ennis is out. She had 5 goals coming in. She's out with a knee injury. So your 2 top scorers had 11 goals between the 2 of them. Neither one on the field right now.
And the Vikings have only scored now 30 on the year. It was 29 coming in, so they're
fight for possession around midfield. Garcia had it for just a moment. Now the Pioneers give it up to the Vikings. Garcia can't hang on. It comes back to Kelly Reed. Pioneers down by 1.
That goal by Heap was just the 10th given up by Otto, and this is her 14th game.
Very talented player. As you said, she was the defensive player in the conference this past week, right?
I believe the defensive player also came from MidAm on the men's side as well.
Now, these are 2 good matches tonight. Glad we can bring them to you on the live stream. Here's the throw into midfield. With it for the Pioneers, that was Kara Quinn. Sends it to the far side. Giving chase over there. Riley Kerr goes out, throw in for the Pioneers. .9:20 and counting here in the first half. 1-0 Missouri Valley. James will have the second half call for you. Garcia for the Vikings wearing number 7. He kicks it away, but Pioneers will maintain possession. They trail by a goal. And they'll try to use the middle of the field. Clammers takes it away. Good job by Clammers. She just took that one away from one of the Pioneers. Boy, there's quite a battle going on and pushing and shoving at midfield. They finally blow the whistle. Wow. Clammers and I think Sarah Schmidt. Whew.
Yeah,
they were going at each other, weren't they?
Piker here throwing mics, so the fans did not agree with that.
Not at all.
Clammers, they were both going back and forth.
And they start pushing and shoving and elbowing. And so with 8 minutes to go in the first half, 1-0 Valley. As the Pioneers try to get that goal back. Plowman gives to Clammers. Now Marquis on Clammers this time. And the Vikings will bring it up to the right side. Give it off to Lafuentes. Now to Garcia. Garcia gives it right back to Lafuentes. He'll send it in, but it's handled by the defense. Plowman at midfield. Off to the left side. 1-0 Vikings. 7:30 to go first half. We'll take a little break at the half. James will call the second half for you. We're going to be here a while tonight. Couple games. Been here a while all day, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's what you get in the mass comm department. Homecoming, you work. And now
Only been at the football field since about 10:30 or.
Kind of know everything in the field. He trying to see who that gal is for the Pioneers over there. She's taking a Went down to the turf again. Be Viking possession. $6:50 to go in the half. 1-0 on the goal by Hebe. Be Viking possession. Now, looks like for Valley. Kids getting up.
Hussman's also at the midfield stripe to come in.
Hussman was one of the homecoming queen candidates today. She's going to come in. Kid will check in. Cecily Kidd. And she checks in. Hussman is in. Let's see who's...
La Fuente is one of them, and it looks like Martin is going to be the other one.
So Drew Hawkins going to his bench with 6 minutes to go in the half. And it looks like a few new players coming in as well for the Pioneers. We'll check those numbers if we can. Number 18 is one of them. Marissa Harris just checked into the lineup. Now Garcia loses control on the far side. Clammers sends it in, trying to get it to Garcia. But the Pioneers are there defensively. Right back to Clammers. Clammers again sends it in to Kidd. They swing it to the right side. Here come the Vikings. They'll send it in from the right side. That was Madison Dean, but handled by Otto. We're down to the 5-minute mark of the first half. This first half has moved by quite quickly. Kidd can't come up with that one. No battle for possession. Will go out the north end of the Pioneer bench. So here comes the throw in, trying to get it to Kidd. She'll head it away. Vikings trying to get possession. This one goes to midfield, but it's going to be controlled by the Pioneers. Now Dean doing a nice job, sends it up the sideline, trying to get it to Kidd, and it goes out. Here comes the throw in for Kelly Reed. Headed away. They'll work that left side. Vikings are there defensively. Send it back to midfield again. So Kelly Reed will handle it. Try to work the middle of the field. Now back to the left side for Schmidt. Nice job. Knocked away by Panuna. A few fans from Mid-America didn't like that play by Panuna.
It looks like Panuna may have shoved the Pioneer off to get possession, but nothing was called and cleared it out for the corner.
So it's going to be a corner. And this will come from Kelly Reed. About third or fourth corner kick for the Pioneers. Left foot, sends it in front. It's loose, and the Vikings will come up with it. Garcia has it. Garcia one-on-one, dribbling the ball, gets by one defender. Ooh, almost took it away at midfield. Now it is taken away by the Vikings. They'll send it in, trying to get it to Kidd. Garcia trying to race it down on the far side with 3 minutes to go in the half, and it goes out. 1-0 Vikings. We'll take a break at the half. James will have the second half for you.
That was a nice play by Garcia on that corner. The Vikings had all 11 back, so nobody's up for Garcia to clear, so she just took it herself all the way up to midfield.
Vikings give it to Riley Kerr. She can't maintain possession of it. And here comes Paff for the Pioneers, racing up the right side. Sends it ahead to Marquis. Marquis chases it down. Tries to get around her gal. She hits the turf. It'll be Pioneer ball. Marquis and Hebe over there battling for it. So the Pioneers will send it in. Knocked back out by the Vikings. Down to 2 minutes to go in the half. And Valley with a Hebe goal leading 1-0. Big match tonight for both of these teams as far as the conference standings. And again, the conference tournament, if you're 1 and 2, you'll get a first round bye. Play goes on the far side of the field. And clock continues to tick down to 1:30 to go in this first half. We'll send it in. Did most of the last 3 or 4 minutes has been way over on the far side of the field. That's where everything's been happening. And it continues that way as they give it to Garcia up the left side with 1:17 to go. Garcia makes a nice move, tries to get around the defender. Now she goes down and Pioneers take it away. Now they'll bring it to the middle. Work their right side, but Hebe's over there. As we're down to a minute. Into Garcia. Garcia has it. Looks for Kidd. Now she'll send it in from about 30 yards out. It goes wide right. So barring something interesting here, we should have a 1-0 halftime score. We're down to 40 seconds. Vikings take it away. Good job by Panuna. Tries to get it into Kidd. The defense is there. Kidd trying to use that speed. Now they'll just give it back to Otto. Send it in, 24 seconds left. Vikings keeping it in, though. They're keeping it in that Pioneer zone.
Once again, playing that possession game like they did all Tuesday night.
Here's Dean. Gets it back to Kidd. Kidd trying to split a couple of defenders. Unable to do so. And the countdown the last few seconds of the first half. And so that will do it for the half as both teams head to the sideline. Pretty good first half. The goal by Hebe, and that's it. A 1-0 lead for the Vikings. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the second half.